Howdy team. Today we're going to work on Access Chapter 1 Home Sales Grader. When you download the files, make sure you put them in a folder. Maybe you want it on your desktop, on your C drive or a pen drive, but put the files together in a folder. I wanted to show you what the files look like. This is the instructions. I have them open and small down here below, and we'll follow those step by step as we go through the grader. When you download the grader, it defaults. It probably's already put your last name there instead of the word student. I'm going to resave this file, and I want you to see the saving process of Access. Access will have a default place on your computer it will want to save to, but you need to make sure you get it in the folder you are going to be working with. Every time you open Access, it's going to say, do you want to enable this content? Because this is a working database. So your security software also will see that. Doesn't matter which security software you have. You need to enable content because you know you can trust this product. And this time, we're going to go File, Save As. It gives me all sorts of choices. I want to save my database as or an object or old files. We want to make sure we're on Access Database top left-hand corner most current, which would be the Office 2016 or Office 365 version that you would be running. Then we want to come down to the purple Save As icon. This takes all the pieces of the database and puts them where we want. I'm going to go to desktop, and I've already identified a folder with a key that I'm going to put my file in. Now here's the file that I'm saving, but because I'm renaming it, it's going to make another copy. I'm going to call it 1, and I'm going to call it video. So I know that I'm saving Access Chapter 1 database. When I upload for grading, I'm going to look for that 1. Right here where video is, I advise you to put your last name or maybe your last and first name, so it looks way different when you go to upload it for grading. I'm going to go save, and I again have to enable content. Now I'm ready to get started with the project. We completed step 1 by saving the product and downloading the Access file and saving it. And now we're going to go to step 2. Create a new table in Design View. And so that's our first step we're going to do right here. And I am going to highlight that so you know what we're working on. And I'm going to come up here to the Create tab. And I'm going to just click Create Table. Later on, we'll be working with queries, we'll be working with forms, we'll be working with reports. And you can create all those through your Create tab. But today, for step 2, we're going to create a table. When we first create something, like a table, it defaults and shows us what's called the data sheet view. Very often, data sheet looks like Excel with just a couple of cells highlighted. Since we want Design View, I'm going to come over here to View and change to Design. If you are in Access and things don't look right for the example you're working on or something you're trying to change, come over to View and look at the different views. Data sheet looks like Excel. Design View is similar to Excel with elongated columns, but beneath it will have a place where we can change properties, fields, and add formulas. So once I click Design, it's going to ask me to save this table. Later on in step 3, it tells you to save the table as agents. I'm going to go ahead and do that now so you can see the process. Currently, our table is named Table 1, and that's identified here on our tab. When I finish and type in agents and go OK, our tab changes to agents. We now have this field properties I was telling you about, which comes in Design View. Okay, again, we are in Design View. And now each one of our fields, which you know as column headings, will be right here. Our first field is named ID, and it has a little key by it. That little key is a primary key and gives a unique identifier for each field or column heading that we choose. You probably have a primary key. You have a social security number or a matriculation number at your college or university. That's a unique set of numbers that's given only to you. Each item or each item in a field will have a unique identifier. And just like your social security number or your matriculation number, every item will be slightly different. Okay, step 2, add the field name agent ID. We currently have an ID field, so I'm just going to click in that, use my arrows to go behind it, and type the word agent. We want no spaces in our field names. We want capitals to identify between word combinations, but again, no spaces. It says change the data type to auto number. I'm going to use my tab key to move over to data type, but you will see it's already defaulted on auto number. But do notice we have date and time, currency, and other types of data format. We will be using short text, auto number, date, time, and currency in this assignment. Now it says change the data type for auto number. We did that. Set agent ID is primary key. That happened for me by default. If it hasn't happened for you, you can click agent ID and come over here and click primary key, and that will give you that little key symbol right there. Okay, so you know that you can identify that as a primary key. And that is the end of step 2.